What's up, folks? It's been a little while since I made my last video, about a month actually. But it's simply been because I didn't want to. I didn't feel like it. And while shooting this video, I don't even know if I'll post this one. So if you see it, I obviously have. But a couple of days ago, it was 2 months since I arrived here at the end of the world, Finisterre. Came out here to watch the sun, or to the zero point 0.0 rock. There's two things that I would like to share. One is I was on a online speaking thing the other day where I was just sharing my journey, or trying to, in 45 minutes, which was difficult. That was in Danish, so probably won't be of interest to many, or to be able to be understood. But it was interesting because just before I jumped on to be live, I looked out the window and had this, I was awaiting and preparing my mind to talk. And I knew that this journey has been, or the image of the 0.0 kilometer rock was in my mind the whole time walking. And that was important for me to say. And I looked out the window and I saw the ocean that I can see from where I am staying. It's right outside. And the mountains behind. And I reminded myself of a goal or a vision I had, that I want to live somewhere where there is an ocean and mountains. And when I looked out the window, it was like, so that's why I like it here. I can wake up, I can walk it, take a walk on the beach, and I can take a hike in the forests, or around the small mountains here. Hills. It is small mountains. It's not big mountains, but it's mountain-like, I guess. And then, of course, it has all the Camino stuff and the history around that, and it was like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense why I like it here. For so many reasons. The second thing I want to share is maybe connected to it in some ways. But some time ago, a year and a half ago, I started to realize that the core thing I need to learn to live and learn to practice is a calm mind, to achieve, which it's not, but to practice a calm mind, to practice inner peace, to practice peace, and not to fight anymore. Of course, it takes a long time to get from one place to the other if that has been something that has been part of you for many years. I think that what's interesting about the situation we are facing in our world right now is that for some people it's very easy to see what's happening. And I gotta admit that I find it very easy to see that there's some evil and very dark forces that wants to control the essence of life, which is freedom, health, relationships, and all these things. All the good things that we know of. For many, many years, people have been accustomed to a system. And when I say system, I want you to really ask yourself, what does the word system actually mean? Because if you are in a system, are you in control? Or are you just part of a system that runs you? Try to ask yourself that question. Because the trouble is that if you have been accustomed to a system for many years, you will stay with the system, even if it's gonna harm you, even if it takes your rights away, even if it takes your life away. Why? Because you're holding on to something that you've been used to. And to change that takes time. It takes time to research, to study, to learn, to question, to practice a new way of thinking. For me, regarding society, that has been natural for me. I've always questioned society. I've always questioned the institutions of our society, and I've come to some very profound answers. Answers that makes me feel very, very content, very confident about how I see the world. Yes, there's a quote by Leonardo da Vinci that I don't remember exactly right now, but I need to memorize that. But it has something to do with it. If you find that the facts that you're researching goes against what you're being taught by society, you need to trust your own research and your own facts more. So what I want to say with that is that for me, the biggest challenge for me the last many years has been to sort of find a way of peace on the inside. And of course, I've been fighting a lot in my life. I've been fighting resisted society for so many reasons that I didn't understand, but that I understand now, because I understand why the system is the way it is. And it can be very like, oh, Gideon, do you really understand the system? I don't understand all the details of it, but for me it's very simple, very simple. But I'm not going to disclose that here, because it doesn't really matter. You need to research yourself. Will I have a conversation with you about it? Sure, if you're open to it. But I've realized that I have traveled a lot. I've moved around a lot the last many, many years. So I've had many, many different experiences. I've been hustling and bustling to make a living, to achieve goals and all this stuff. And I realized that I'm obviously not a materialistic guy. Honestly, I care less about money than anything else. And then people could say, yeah, well, you could have a greater life. Well, does money really make a difference right now in your life? How much money do you have? Does that really make a difference in your life? Not much, really, does it? By influence? Sure. Influence in a society that, yeah, you know what I mean. But for me, over the last years, I've come to a sort of a point that I couldn't look past anymore, and that was to really slow down. First, it was in coming back from New Zealand in 2019, and I found a really nice spot in the north of Copenhagen, and I started to realize that I really needed to focus on breathing, meditating, and just calming down. And of course, as you know, I walked down here and I realized that that's what I've needed, So this month of January, I've spent the first 9 days, I spent 4 hours a day meditating. 4 times a day, for an hour. Then I did a little less and less because I felt I was forcing it a bit. And then I'm just in a normal rhythm now of twice a day, half an hour, morning and evening, every day. And that is also the conclusion I'm going to share with this video, is that is the biggest gift I can give to myself is peace. That's the biggest gift I can give to myself, because I know when I am there, when I feel peace, I am present, I'm at ease, and I'm not in a hurry anywhere, and I'm not afraid of anything. And peace is just such a beautiful experience, and I'm feeling it more and more every day, slowly, slowly, slowly. because as I said, that is not what I've been used to, so it has taken a long time to actually begin to get used to practicing peace. And that is more than 2 years where I've focused more on it. And that was a year, 2 years, 2 years, yeah, after I had been at a 10-day meditation retreat, So there you can see that it has taken actually about 4 years soon to actually really begin to feel that I'm making it, that it is making a difference. So that is the biggest gift I can give to myself. That is the biggest gift I can give to myself. And when that is said and done, that is also the biggest gift I can give to the world. Because I don't feel I can give anything else or anything more important than that to the world. Because I have felt the aggravation of fighting, going up against stuff that you can't really change anyway. But you can build something new with peace. You can build something new with a presence that has more value and more sustainability than fighting something that doesn't. And that's what I'm realizing here at the end of the world, probably my favorite place in the world, and probably where I want to live, Yeah, I think I want to live here. And I am right now. But of course, the situation in the world is a little weird, so we'll see. I'm taking a month at a time here, and then we'll see if I'll stay, go, or come back, or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. But my point about this is that is what we need to figure out in our life, isn't it? What is the gift we can give to ourselves that trumps everything else? And then give that gift to the world. And it's not a choice at that point. When you've given it to yourself first, you're giving it to the world not automatically, naturally. Because it will be part of you, part of this world. And that is just what I want to share with you. Here at the cross, at the big natural pier at the end of the world. And I should have stayed for the sunset, but I'm gonna walk back. It's been a very nice day the last week. It's been like this every day. Pretty much one day had been a good gray, but December was really full of rain and stuff, but this kind of stopped here a week after New Year, so it's really nice. So that is all I want to share with you today, and may you be well and safe on your unique journey wherever you are. Hope you're safe where you are. And the last thing I want to say, question things. And when you listen to this, I want to give you something to research. Try to figure out what the difference is between being a person and a living man or woman. A living human being. Because those two differences is the difference to make you more aware of what's going on in our world right now and how you can make a difference in your own life if you know this difference. If you don't know this difference, if you don't understand it, and if this stuff that is happening right now continues, I have a hard time being sorry for people that doesn't understand that, because ignorance is no excuse. Sadly. And I think there's nothing more important than studying that. And if you need some assistance, just reach out. I'll be here. But I encourage you to try and research that. So without further ado, be well and safe wherever you are. Ciao for now.